Every day, you make decisions: what to buy, who to trust, what to believe. But here's the real question. Are those decisions really yours, or are they designed? This channel breaks down the psychology behind everything. I'm Shrest, and this is where we decode the world.
For a very long time, buying an electric car meant making a deliberate sacrifice. You gave up speed and style to do the right thing for the environment. It was practical, sure, but entirely uninspiring. Look at the early market options. They felt like appliances. You drove one to show you were willing to accept a compromised experience for the sake of the planet. Tesla realized this was a psychological barrier. Consumers wanted to be responsible, but they refused to lose their social standing to do it. The Roadster proved that batteries could deliver raw power. It hit the market as a high-performance sports car that simply happened to run on electricity. By repositioning the technology, the company turned environmental responsibility from a dull chore into a high-status reward. Ask yourself what this company actually manufactures. The immediate answers are cars, batteries, or rockets. Those answers miss the reality of what props up their entire valuation. The actual product is a project to modernize the world through technology, a belief system that proposes a new way of thinking about individual sovereignty and progress. It is a consumer operating system that merges cold physical hardware with deep human psychology. The physical vehicles are merely the packaging. What consumers are actually purchasing is the feeling that they belong to the future. To understand how a manufacturer achieves such intense loyalty, we have to look past the assembly lines and deconstruct the psychological machinery that builds the believers. The first pillar of this architecture relies on how we broadcast our identity to others. A traditional luxury good signals old money or heritage. A Model S projects forward-thinking intelligence. The minimalist design and giant touchscreen tell everyone on the road that the driver is tech-savvy and ahead of the curve. The second pillar relies on our innate desire for things that are difficult to obtain. Long wait lists and theatrical unveilings turn early adopters into an exclusive group. Getting access to a vehicle like the Cybertruck feels akin to winning a rare prize. When you combine high-tech status with manufactured scarcity, the simple act of driving becomes a public performance that constantly validates the owner's choices. At the center of this psychological structure is a total fusion between the brand and its founder. He operates less as a traditional corporate executive and more as a modern mythmaker, shaping the entire narrative around his personal ambition. He ignores standard public relations, choosing instead to communicate directly with millions of followers about massive, civilization-scale goals. He frames SpaceX as the vehicle that will eventually establish humanity on other planets, elevating his terrestrial car business by association. Consumers are invited into these epic stories. Buying into this ecosystem acts as a pledge of allegiance to a visionary's mission to save humanity. This intense loyalty is amplified by our basic instinct to look to others to figure out what is valuable. Instead of spending money on traditional advertising, the company relies on its drivers. Every owner who posts about a software update or a delivery day normalizes the choice for everyone else watching. This diagram illustrates the self-sustaining loop. Enthusiastic owners advocate for the product, providing social validation to hesitant buyers, who become the newest adopters. Over time, this loop pushes past preference, hardening into identity. The consumer feels they belong to a group pushing progress forward. People will defend their identities fiercely. When a car becomes a badge of membership, any critique of the product is felt as a personal attack on the owner. Traditionally, a vehicle depreciates and ages the minute it leaves the lot. Over-the-air software updates broke that rule completely. Waking up to new features or better performance turns the car into a living system. This constant novelty taps directly into the brain's reward centers, keeping owners engaged long after the initial sale. The promise of full self-driving technology takes this a step further. It requires owners to pay for ongoing development, effectively turning them into active beta testers for future transport. It creates an endless loop of anticipation. You are always waiting for the next update, the next improvement, the next level to unlock. By gamifying the experience, the brand successfully converted passive buyers into active participants in a sprawling technological crusade. That psychological foundation held strong for over a decade, but it is currently facing a severe stress test. The total fusion between the company and its creator is causing friction. The founder's highly visible political activism has alienated the progressive demographics that initially championed the brand. Notice the declining customer loyalty in the US, dropping from a mid-2024 peak down below the industry average by early 2025. Simultaneously, the brand's electric vehicle market share shrank from over 60% to below 50%, squeezed by new alternatives. The aura of inevitability has faded. The company now has to execute on the unglamorous realities of mass production in an increasingly crowded and competitive industry. A manufacturer once viewed universally as the clean energy future is now navigating the messy, partisan realities of the present. The core question is whether the belief system they engineered is strong enough to survive the controversies of its own creator. The cars, the batteries, and the charging networks are incredibly successful, but they are ultimately physical artifacts. They serve as the proof of work for the ideology. The consumer landscape is changing. Buyers who were once satisfied with an ambitious narrative are now demanding tangible, flawless execution. The path forward requires proving that the mission can adapt and thrive, independent of the mythmaker who started it. For over a decade, millions viewed their purchase as an entry point into a movement actively engineering the future. That feeling of standing inside tomorrow remains the most compelling product ever created. Now, we wait to see if consumers still believe the ticket is valid.